Hello GCC, we're back in chapter 5 and now we're going to learn more about the atomic structure of an atom. So we just learned about levels, energy levels. That's where the electrons can be and go around the nucleus. There's actually up to 7 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the levels can be broken down into sublevels. They are given letter designations, S, P, D, and F. There's 4 of them, S, P, D, and F. The first level is little, right? It's the closest to the nucleus. So it only has one sublevel. It's an S. So we call it the 1S because it's the first level's S. So level 1 has one sublevel, an S. Let's move out. Level 2. It's bigger. It has more room. So it has room for 2 sublevels. It has an S and a P. We're going to call them 2S and 2P because it's on the second level. So the second level has 2 sublevels, an S and a P. Let's move out again. Third level. The third level has 3 sublevels, right? Third level, 3 sublevels. It has room for an S, P, and a D. So we're going to call them the 3S, the 3P, and the 3D. And then let's move out one more to the fourth level. It's bigger still. It has more room. The fourth level has room for 4 sublevels, 4S, 4P, 4D, and 4F. Now, this is on the next slide and a little picture here for you. So we can see level 1 closest to the nucleus has an S. Call it the 1S. Level 2 again has an S and a P. Level 3 has an SP and a D. Level 4 has SPD and an F. So I can ask questions like this. Is there such a thing as 2F? No, there's no F sublevel on the second level. So there's no such thing as a 2F. No. Is there such a thing as a 3P? Yes, there is. There is such a thing as a third level P sublevel, 3P. And so I can ask questions like that. Let's break it down even further. Orbitals are the regions in space where there's a high probability of finding an electron. In other words, orbitals are where electrons live. Now, one orbital can actually hold 2 electrons. So you can fit 2 electrons in an orbital. Now, the S sublevel is small. It's the smallest sublevel. It only has room for 1 orbital. And you can fit 2 electrons in 1 orbital, so it holds 2 electrons maximum. The P is a little bigger. It has room for 3 orbitals. And remember, we can put 2 electrons per orbital. So with 3 orbitals, we can have 6 electrons max. Now the D is bigger still. It has room for 5 orbitals. 5 orbitals means we can have 10 electrons maximum. And then the F is the biggest sublevel. It has room for 7 orbitals, which means we can have 14 electrons max. Notice these are odd numbers. S, P, D, and F, 1, 3, 5, 7. So the number of orbitals is odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7. Multiply by 2 to get the maximum electrons. So I call this the money picture. We're going to pretend the line at the top is the first level going around the nucleus, and there's only an S. The S sublevel contains 1 orbital, which is the box. The box is an orbital. And you can put 2 electrons in that box. So level 1 has 1 S orbital. You can put 2 electrons in there, and that's it for level 1. Level 2 has an S and a P. You can put 2 electrons per box. So you can put 2 in the S, but how many can go in the P? Remember, a P has 3 orbitals, so 3 boxes, 2 electrons per box makes 6 electrons for the P. 6 plus 2 is 8. You can put 8 electrons on level 2, and so forth. Again, as we go down level 1, 2, 3, 4, we get bigger and we have more sublevels. As we go S, P, D, F, the sublevels get bigger and have more orbitals, and we can put 2 electrons in an orbital. So I call this the money picture because we ask a lot of questions about it. For example, how many sublevels are on level 3? Well, 3, right? An S, a P, and a D. Those are the sublevels. SPD, there's 3 of them on level 3. How many orbitals are on level 2? Orbitals are the boxes. So there's 1 in the S plus 3 in the P makes 4 total. There are 4 orbitals in level 2. How many electrons can fit in level 1? Well, there's only 1 box, 2 electrons in the box, so 2 electrons can fit in level 1. How many electrons can fit in level 3? And the answer is 18. You can fit 18 electrons in level 3. Again, that's because there's 2 electrons per box, and we have 9 boxes. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9. 9 boxes in level 3 times 2 is 18 electrons. So I can ask about sublevels, orbitals, and electrons from this picture about the 4 levels. So you really need to remember this picture. It's the money picture. Now the s orbitals in shape are spherical, meaning the electron is likely to be found in that sphere. So the blue color here indicates the sphere and the high probability of finding an electron. So s orbitals are spherical. Now the p's look like dumbbells or figure 8s. If you want to, you can think of the electron as moving in a figure 8 shape, although that's not quite right, but it's okay to think of it that way for now. The p's go along the x, y, and z axis. So we have px traveling like this, we have py traveling like this, and then pz traveling like this. So we have the 3 different axes involved. There's 3 orbitals in the p. Okay, so we can put 6 electrons in a p. Now the d's look like this. There's 5 of them. You can put 2 electrons in each shape or orbital for 10 electrons maximum. The d's are different than the other orbitals, aren't they? So they have 4 lobes, and the one in the middle looks like a figure 8 with a donut around it. And then finally, the f orbitals are funky. They get really unique, and there's 7 of them. 2 electrons in each makes 14 electrons maximum in the f sublevel. And so the f's look like that. And that's where we're going to end this video. Thanks for hanging in there, GCC.